Chris, what is our fourth main topic today?
This one comes from Bruce Wayne.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah. Billionaire philanthropist writing in. During their Comic-Con panel on Saturday, Warner Brothers released the first trailer for Shazam, Fury of the Gods, and I thought it was pretty good, capturing the same humor and whimsical tone that made the original so much fun. What did you all think of it? Thanks.
All right, thanks for sending that in, Bruce. And yeah, now, was this the first one or is this the second one? I thought they put out something else earlier.
There was like a fandom trailer.
Oh, yeah, that's something like that, right? This the first full meaty trailer. Okay, the first thing I will say about it is I was actually a little bit disappointed at first because they showed us a sizzle of Shazam Fury of the Gods at CinemaCon a couple months ago. And it involved a running gag in it that included Shazam dumping Wonder Woman. That was so fun and funny. I was really surprised that they didn't put that in. They're going to use it in other marketing materials as we get closer to the release, I'm sure. But that aside, I love Shazam, the first Shazam movie. Love it. To me, it's actually the number 2 or number 3 best DCEU movie. Like, to me, obviously, number 1 is Man of Steel. And then number 2, it's a fight between Shazam for me and James Gunn's Suicide Squad as the number 2 best one. So those ones can battle it out for number 2 and 3. But I love Shazam. I liked it more than most people did. Like this is one of those films where I haven't appreciated. Some films I don't appreciate quite as much as most people. This is one I absolutely adored. Ann and I went to the theater 4 or 5 times to go watch it, just because we always left with a big smile on our face, heart full of love, and just ready to go into the world. Shazam. Love that movie. Been very excited to go back to it as well. And this trailer came out, and you know what? It was very true to the spirit of Shazam. This wasn't the best trailer to come out of Comic-Con, but it was solid. And I enjoyed it. And that scene, we saw images got released a few months ago of Zach Levi sitting at the table with Helen Mirren over some soda and some French fries. And like, what's going on there? So they put that scene in there. I thought that was great. I just enjoyed it a lot. Again, the best trailer out of Comic-Con? No, probably not even the top 2 or 3. But to me, it was solid. It did the job of a trailer, make me even more excited for it than I already was. I thought it was really good. Anyway, Rob, you had a chance to see the new trailer for Shazam, Fury of the Gods. What do you think of it?
Well, I wasn't as big on Shazam as you were. You know, I thought it was okay. I didn't love Shazam. I liked it. I really liked this trailer. You know, I loved the latter half of the first Shazam when they introduced the Marvel family, because I always loved the Marvel family when I was a kid. I loved the design of the costumes. I thought all the characters worked really well together, and they're leaning into that in this movie. And I really liked it. That got me excited. I mean, watching them march down the street toward the camera and, you know, we're going to go kick ass. And Helen Mirren can do no wrong. And it looks like there's just a lot of hilarious stuff in here. And Zachary Levi clearly loves playing Shazam.
You can tell he has so much joy doing this.
Yeah, and it's just infectious. And while, I've always loved Shazam because I grew up with the Saturday morning series. They had Shazam. There was 2 different Shazams, and then ISIS. So I love the costume. I love this Shazam costume. I love how they realized it in this film. It's one of my favorite things. And they've changed it up a bit, and they've made it even better. So, you know, watching this trailer again, am I going to get the Godfather of superhero movies? No, but that's not what I want. And it looks like they've really leaned into the strengths of the first movie, and they're giving me more of what I loved in the first movie on a bigger, grander scale. And whoever decided to cast Helen Mirren as the villain, because she looks like she's having a hell of a time.
It's not whoever decided to. It's whoever was able to convince Helen Mirren to be in this deserves a medal.
You got to give it up for Lucy Liu and Helen Mirren. I mean, come on. And I hope she just chews the heck out of the scenery. It's going to be great. It's going to be so much fun. I for one, am here for it, John. I'm very excited about this movie. I don't know why. I'm more excited than I thought I was going to be. Because as I said, I liked the first movie, but I didn't. This I'm excited to see. Because it looks to me like this movie knows exactly what it wants to be and is exactly that.
One of the things that I really appreciate about the first movie, and they talked about it before it came out. I remember Zach Levi talking about how, you know, a lot of superhero movies, and he wasn't complaining. He's just saying a lot of superhero movies, it's like the burden the characters have with these powers, and they just wish they never had them, and the responsibility ways in the show. He goes, man, you're a kid and you get superpowers. Woo! You're going to have like the time of your life. And they really did that in the first one, and I love that they carry that through because he says, I just threw a truck at a freaking dragon. This is awesome, or whatever. It's like, yes, that is how a lot of us would feel, and I love the fact that they're carrying that part of it over as well. Anyway, Chris, you had a chance to see the trailer. What did you think of it?
I love this because I loved the first Shazam. I think it's great. Like you were saying, Zach Levi loves being Shazam. He does tons of stuff for the Lollipop Theater Network, which is this great charity that brings movies to kids who are hospitalized, mostly due to cancer treatments and things like that. And he'll show up to screenings. He reads to kids. He loves being Shazam.
That's awesome.
He loves it so much. Great organization that y'all should look into too. But this trailer looks delightful. I'm really excited about it. Obviously, we're going to see this a ton of times in theater because my husband is obsessed with Helen Mirren. That is his celebrity crush. That is his hall pass. He'll never leave me for a younger woman. Very excited.
Have you ever seen Caligula?
What?
Oh, yes.
Yes, Rob. This looks really fun. And like you were saying, the idea of how a kid's perspective is about this, I love the opening of it's not even really worrying about being worthy of the suit. He's just not as cool as other people. Like, man, like my siblings are like doing some really cool stuff. And then there's all these other awesome guys who like have really cool suits and they have all this really fun stuff. I think it's very interesting and worthy of noting that we see Batfleck's face.
Yep.
We see Jason Momoa's face. We don't see the Flash's face. It's very interesting to me that we did
Well,
not.
there was a side profile there.
You don't know who's in that. I just think that's worth noting there. I was very surprised to see the Flash in the trailer. And then when I went, we don't know who that is. That's fine. I feel
Elliot
like we're
Page.
I love it to be Elliot Page. I feel like we're also just setting some things up already. A little PR move here to just be like, just don't even worry about who that is. Don't even worry about it. That movie doesn't exist.
Anyway.
I'm excited about this trailer.
I thought it was a lot of fun. I think between that and, The Rock coming out and do his thing, I thought while it should have been Hall Henry Day, I thought overall the DC presentation was actually quite good, and this was one of the highlights of it. Anyway, guys, question is for you. Did you have a chance to see the Shazam Fury of the Gods trailer? If so, what did you think of it? Maybe you're kind of more down into the darker, more serious superhero films and the lighter ones don't do it for you. That's totally cool. Maybe you loved it like we did. Whatever you guys thought, jump down to the comments section below and leave those thoughts there. We want to take a second to thank the sponsor of today's episode, the new Peacock series, The Resort. In Peacock's must-see new series, there's more than just trouble in paradise. There's a flip phone, a disappearance, and a suspiciously timed hurricane. The Resort, a new Peacock original from the creators of Palm Springs and Mr. Robot, is an unexpected exploration of how love, marriage, and family can be a real trip. When a couple finds an old flip phone in the jungle on an anniversary getaway, they are unknowingly pulled into an unsolved mystery, a bizarre case that went cold 15 years prior when a once-in-a-century storm wiped away all evidence. This journey through the Mayan Riviera will take you from the edge of your seat to the depths of human experience and back again. Starring William Jackson Harper, Kristen Milioti, Luis Gerardo Mendez, and Nick Offerman, The Resort is streaming July 28th only on Peacock.